Mr. Peskov, thank you so much for that really comprehensive encapsulation of the India-Russia relationship. You spoke about energy security and also trade between India and Russia. It's a thriving trade. You mentioned $68 billion or so is the total trade, but it is heavily in favor of Russia. About $64 billion of imports from Russia come to India, and only about less than $5 billion go from India to Russia. That's likely to come up in the summit. Is Russia aware of those concerns, and is Russia willing to do more to increase the market access for Indian goods? And secondly, on the energy, on the oil, there have been sanctions, United States sanctions on Russian oil productions. How has that affected Russian oil production? And have you noticed any noticeable drop in oil trade with the top three buyers, which are Russia, India, and Turkey?
There is a real disbalance in our trade, and you're totally right. And we are aware of that. We're selling much more than we buy from India. And we know that our Indian friends are concerned about that, and that and by the way, we're jointly looking for possibilities of increasing imports from India to Russia. So we want to buy more from India. And during the visit of our president, actually, even I think one day prior to the visit, there will be a congress, a forum of importers. So and this will be an event in order to pursuing a goal to discuss the possibilities of increasing imports from India to Russia. So businessmen from both countries will be meeting together, and they will be searching for goods, for services, for investments, for other trade ways of trade, in order to ensure that Russia can buy more from India. So we know about this problem, and we know about concerns of India in that sense. I have no doubt that this question will be raised by our Indian friends during the visit. And so just be sure that we are working together. We're working together with our Indian counterparts in order to find ways to increase the amount of goods that we can purchase from India. Not only goods, but maybe services, and so on and so forth. So this is number one. Number two, yes, there are sanctions against Russian companies, against the sector of oil production, I would say. But nonetheless, we're finding ways not to let the volumes of trade down. There can be, for a very brief time, there can be insignificant drops and decreases in the volume of trade, of oil trade. But by the way, we consider those sanctions to be illegal from the point of view of international law. The only sanction can be considered legal when it is approved by United Nations Security Council. Unless it is not, it is illegal. So all these limitations, we do not accept them, and so we're doing our best to ensure that we continue our trade, and by the way, to ensure that our purchases enjoy possibility of guaranteed supplies of oil and oil products, and we're managing that quite successful. We have a deep experience in performing under regime of these illegal sanctions. We have our own technologies in doing that, and of course we'll continue to make those technologies more sophisticated should this practice of sanctions continue.